This year's recipient of the Inspira Award made history as the first openly queer Afro-Latina to earn an Academy Award, and a BAFTA, and a SAG Award, and a Golden Globe for her breathtaking performance as Anita in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. And while she's a powerhouse performer, she's also a vocal advocate for her Hispanic heritage and for our collective shared humanity. Let's learn more about our 2022 Inspira Award honoree, Ariana DeBose.
So I've always been an eclectic being. As you can tell, I don't know what accent I'm talking in today. It's fine. She's an actor, everyone. I never really thought I would be celebrated for my Hispanic heritage. That is not. I don't know. I thought I'd just be celebrated for my dancing skills. You know what I mean? I was born and raised in North Carolina. I lived with my grandmother and my mom for a long time. Those are the two fabulous women who introduced me to dance when I was 3. Now, mind you, my mom is white, and I didn't grow up with my dad. So, you know, my dad is Puerto Rican. And, well, I may not have been steeped in my Hispanic heritage. It showed up for me along the way, and it certainly shows up in my dancing. I didn't go to college for what I do. So when I got to New York, I got the opportunity, thankfully, to learn on the job. And so in essence, I grew up in the Broadway community, and that was my schooling. I started in Bring It On the musical as a featured member of the ensemble, and then I went on to Motown and understudied the leading lady while I was in the ensemble, and then understudied again in Pippin, and that led me to Hamilton, in a show that changed the way we look at musical theater, created by a Latino, you know? And that's a point of pride for me. And then that led me to A Bronx Tale and Donna Summer. I think it's an understatement to say life is a bit different, but I also think I'm much more equipped to deal with all of the changes that have happened to and around me. And I do credit my time on Broadway with that. This whole last experience, especially with West Side Story, it was the first time that I ever really felt like I had a seat at the table that wasn't gonna go away. I have more opportunity as I sit here talking with you now. Opportunities I would not have had without West Side Story. While I'm so grateful to have found the space in the world for this film, for my version of Anita, the iconic character that she is, I'm grateful to have been celebrated for that work, you know? Or rather, it was more important that the version of this character be celebrated because we'd never seen an Afro-Latina play a character that was at the forefront of a plot like this. That is the important part. I am separate of it. If it were to all go away tomorrow, I would be fine. Don't get me wrong, I am enjoying my lifestyle and my opportunities, but I've worked really hard to learn how to be a good human and to learn how to care about the people around me and to live a good life. I can do that with or without an Oscar or a BAFTA or a SAG or a Golden Globe. I don't need those things to be a good human. When I think of Anita and I think of those experiences, I'm like, they enhanced my humanity. That's the gift they gave me. And I'm really proud of that. I really feel like my Hispanic brothers and sisters gave me a seat at the table, and it's not moving. I am Hispanic. I am Puerto Riqueña. Like, I am half Puerto Rican. And yes, I'm half white. And I look like this. And I'm queer. And that's fabulous, you know? And no matter how I came to be on this planet, my answer doesn't change. No matter how much I know about my background or what I don't know, what I know is that this body is Puerto Riqueña. And I hold on to that so fiercely now, you know? And I encourage young people, even if you've never had access to your culture in the way that you would hoped, do a little digging. Even if you don't know where your family's from or the full breadth of your ancestry, like, just go do a little Googling about the town or just the island itself. Just try and be a little bit knowledgeable because it'll just help you feel more connected. And by the way, if anybody needs to hear it, it's okay if you don't know. You're not less than. You're perfect.